I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do. Baby, while we're
Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to Telialigaen Spring 2021 Division 3. We're looking at Group A. It is the second round of the games. It is Syreangrep versus Lum from Naken and up. We're going to call them LFNO or something along those lines. Man, casting in English with all Norwegian names, that's always fun. We're going to get the knife round over and done with. So far, 2 for 2 alive. Both only a stab away from death. I'm still trying to figure out a clever way of saying that name without sounding broken. Let me know if you have any good ideas. Anyway, we do see the switch coming in. And while we do that, I'm going to readjust the HUD so that we actually have the correct teams and the correct places. Fortunately, unless I hard code it, there's no way of doing it. So we'll do it like that. Oh, I'm still looking for a clever way to do that name though. Anyway, my name's Insanity. I will be your caster for today. Important game for both teams, I would say. Syreangrep currently topping the leaderboard or the league with their 1 win. LFNO, they tied their first game placing them somewhat in the middle of the bunch. Early days in the season, so everything can change. But here we go. We are into the pistol round. And for any new viewers who've yet to see me cast any of the Syreangrep boys before, the player known as Cat currently goes by the name of Aim, but is a bit toxic and is therefore muted. So in game he's called Cat. I will call him either Cat or Aim, switching between the two as I see fit. Alright, we got all that out of the way. Counter-Strike is on the menu. A lot of utility being used outside, but that is all but a diversion. Hellfire stepping as well. Rest of the T side, well, their end goal is ramp. 4-player push coming out. Hellfire going to be helping from the flank. Synex gets the first pick onto String. The flank on the other side. Well, he gets dropped. Wayward with a bit of a trade there. He's going to be looking for one more. Finds it. Alex goes down. So far, trade's going in the favor of LFNO. Reynard, Wayward, rather, very strong pistol round. Getting 3 frags to his name. Bomb should be defused, and that is the first of the CT lineup. Syreangrep, well, they do get the bomb. I think it's very likely we see a bit of upgraded guns here, maybe even just a full buy. Well, we do see a bit of an XM here coming out from String. Couple MP9s. Well, pretty much all they need. Syreangrep not opting to go for a buy hit. Just getting a couple of upgraded deagles. Nothing too fancy. Deciding that they'd like the AKs instead of just SMGs and lower tier Galils. Fighting outside. Wayward keeping it up. Started well. Got another frag for himself. Looks for a second. Doesn't find it yet. Well, does eventually. Synex goes down. Has the info on the silo player. Equa up on the flank. Can he find a frag onto ramp? Should have seen the leg there, if anything. Hellfire is the man up on the silo. Gonna be looking for some damage at least. I even finds the kill. Wayward goes down. That's an expensive gun to lose. Hopefully, LFNO, they can manage to bring that back. Equa from ramp, has the info, finds the frag, String goes down. All of a sudden, 3 on 3, and doesn't manage to equalize it, does manage to do a bit of damage. Hellfire again, just lurking, slow around here from Syreangrep. They do have the deagles, playing it slow might be the right way to go. And also here's the window, downstairs being popped. Equa goes for the repick, loses that fight. Bomb has been retrieved, but not a lot of map control to work with here. Hellfire. We need to make something happen, or at least die before the time runs out. Matty. Only that hut. Hellnex finds a kill onto Simon, but Matty. Well, he takes down Hellnex, and at that point, it's 2 out. Important round to just coast through. They do lose quite a bit of money for it. Lose the AUG outside, amongst others. We now see a full buy coming in for Syreangrep. We do have, well, 4 AKs and an AWP. I gotta admit, Synex, a strong AWPer, but tend to have some days where it just doesn't work for him. Excited to see what he can bring through in this game. We do see the yard control being established. Hellfire leading the charge, finding Wayward behind the smokes into secret. Simon's going to be rotating down. Although with an MP9, might be enough. Close up. That is. Takes down Hellfire. Swings for a second. Finds Hellnex. Player advantage. LFNO. I think the CT side is going to be very happy with that so far. Also picking up an AK here for Simon. Going to make that hold a lot easier. Syreangrep appear to be rethinking their course of action here. Synex is going to be clearing all these close corners. Matty gets the frag onto Synex. That is his position revealed though. The question is, did the T side even refrag this? Equa going to be attempting. Finds the refrag. Still player advantage for LFNO. Equa, very alone in this situation. Aim is going to be rotating up from higher. String off the flank though. Ant's also finding Aim. And String finding Equa. LFNO picking up the 3 initial rounds in this half, looking mighty convincing. Safe to say, Simon and his secret play there, saving them. Syreangrep back to upgraded pistols. Nothing too fancy. We do see 1 Kevlar onto Equa. Should they acquire a gun, could be useful. Be ready for Simon in the vent. Yeah, he's already played dividends on all down towards the secret area, so keep an eye on for that. Some utility use from either side, not a lot happening. As I say that, Hans picks up Equa. Matty finds the first frag onto Hellfire, looks for the second, finds Synex. Here comes the hub push. Aim finds 1, Hans up one higher, finds 1. Wayward as well, helping out, picking up a frag for himself. 4 on the board now for LFNO. Looking mighty strong. Syreangrep with another buy. We see the AWP once again picked up here on Synex. Didn't get any kills with it the previous time. I feel like Nuke is one of those maps where, well, if you're going yard, that AWP is mighty useful, but definitely a map where you can run 5 AKs without any issue. I don't think you're required to have an AWP on the T side, although it might help if you're stuck. Utility once again. Wayward going to be playing this off angle here. Looks for 1, looks for 2, finds 2, looks for the third, finds the third. Synex eventually trading it out. Hellnex seeing the feed as well here on Matty. Trying to equalize the situation quite a bit here, but they're still player down. And here they go down once again. Simon, he is the defender. He's put into the stair position. He does have that good old M4. No MP9 this time. That is indeed a rough position to deal with for the terrorist side. Synex is going to be looking for a frag elsewhere. Doesn't find anything. At this point, it might be up to him to swing hit. Hellnex. They're going to be ready for this stair hold. It's very common. That doesn't matter. Simon finds the first frag. Hellnex goes down. Synex, well, he does tag Simon quite a bit, but at the same time, goes all the way down to 4 HP. Synex just holding the angle at this point. The flank is coming out here from String as well, so eventually it's just going to get completely crushed here. The question is, can he find some damage towards the latter end of the round? Simon not showing, allowing Synex to move past, but CT side pretty much have him boxed in at this point. It's all about the time. It's all about, well, trying to prevent him from saving at this point. My guess is CT might start hunting once Synex run out of time. Bit of a risky save here, but, well, LFNO not close enough. Synex managed to save the AWP. We're going to probably see a buy up around that. Meanwhile, onto the CT side, they do start to build up quite a bit of bank. Only player being Wayward. Currently struggling a bit here with the money. No, it's fine. He has players to help him out. This time Synex is going to go high. Nuke being a map that Syreangrep has played quite a bit, should have a bit of set plays, etc. Wayward finds Synex up on Sylight. Again, that AWP. Not paying for it. Matty will finds 1, which the second doesn't find it. Equa trades him out. At the same time, Equa goes down. Hellnex finds the trade. LFNO kind of trading evenly. It was only the frag onto Synex on the silo, currently making a difference. Aim off the flank though. And not expecting that. picking up an M4 to his name as well. Halleck's going to be going out trying to get a bomb plant. Syreangrep finally in a pretty decent position here. 2v2. One player coming in from the ramp area. One from double doors or control room. One or the other. Looks like control room is his poison. Aim with full utility, but not really in a position to use it. Wayward finds that kill at that point. Utility comes out. Simon finds Hellnex. All of a sudden, a round that looks fairly convincing for Syreangrep, to the point where they get a 2v2 and a bomb plant. Well, it all falls to Ash. LFNO managing to pick up the 6th round, getting a real good start here on D-Nuke. As I mentioned previously, Nuke being Syreangrep's map pick. LFNO picking D Inferno. Obviously, Inferno, one of those maps that everyone plays, so that being their pick doesn't necessarily mean that Syreangrep is any weaker on it. Here comes the aggression though. Aim, finds string. Maybe Syreangrep just wants to put on some speed. Aqua finds Ans. Aim finds Matty. Alex finds Simon. And Aqua also finishes the round with Wayward. All of a sudden, well, just strapping on them jogging sneakers or whatever you want to call them. Just running down LFNO. Managing to pick up that first round. Again, it's been a lot of close rounds. LFNO not really managing to build up a lot of bank here. Only one round away from having to, well, do a bit of an eco. That being said though, Syreangrep, they still need to win it. Cynics, the AWP hasn't been working so far. If there is a time to make it work, now would be it. Simon being mullied off that hut angle. Cynics finding Matty. Well, I was mentioning it. Suddenly the AWP swings into their favor. Wayward does end up losing that fight. Equa finding another pick. All of a sudden, Syreangrep, 2-player advantage. Looks to be calming down a bit. Regrouping, maybe gathering the thoughts onto what to hit. Here comes the A-push. Simon finds the first. Looks for the second. Equa finds the trade. Hallex finds Ans. All of a sudden, it's all up to String. Bomb to be planted for Syreangrep. 1v4. I think String probably smart to just save at this point. It appears for Syreangrep, speed is the key. Playing their own game, not letting LFNO, well, think too much. I think that might be the cause of action. LFNO, they are low on cash. I do think a bit of a eco coming in here. For those who's watched Euro before, I mean, it's a team that has had the tendency of being a bit slow to get going. Losing a few easy rounds early on and then picking up. Maybe that is what we're seeing here. But these are the rounds that are so important to pick up. The rounds where, well, the City side really shouldn't stand a chance of winning. Kind of depending on mistakes or cynics. Finds a frag onto Ants. Hal next. Wins the duel. Maddie goes down. Here comes the push. Wayward picking up an AWP. Hellfire finding a frag. Wayward trades out. Hallex finds the trade onto the AWP. This point is only String. He has managed to pick up that AWP. Running for his life. Syreangrep deciding to fight them straight up. Might also be due to the fact the bomb was dropped indeed. Hallex having a bit of fun with the door there. String going all the way back CT. We're going to see a bit of a bomb plant and then, well, a lot of nothing happening, I would expect. String just holding the regular angle. CT. That is a risky push for Syreangrep. Someone criticizing Halleck's aim or crosshair placement. comes Hell next. Looks for the frag onto the AWP. AWP misses the first bullet. Hell next. Well, you were critiquing his aim, but he did find the frag onto String. AWP gets taken down, back traded onto Synex. 3 rounds here on the board for Syreangrep, looking a lot more promising. That being said, we now do have a buy coming in for LFNO. No AWPs this time around. A limited utility, but all players have M4s. Bit more of a slow around here. Cynic's looking for frags. Not finding anything so far. Quite a bit of map control for Syreangrep. Did some damage with some wall banging as well. Nothing too major. Well, 1 minute down. Not a lot's happened. Wayward finds damage, doesn't find the kill. Aim lucky to survive there. Bomb to be retrieved. Syreangrep, well, they don't quite look like they know where they want to go. Cynic still just holding the angles, finds the frag on a Wayward. All of a sudden, player advantage Syreangrep. Matty decides he doesn't want any of that. Returns the trade. Here's the push, gets taken out. Trade's going all over the place. Player advantage, and doing really well keeping that defense up. Helix finding the trade eventually, but String, he's in hut. Helix not expecting that. 7 on the board for LFNO. Absolute utter mayhem towards that end there. So close for Syreangrep, but so far they do quite a bit of damage. Oh, though, now on LFNO onto Wayward. He's going to be happy with that. MP9 onto Simon. Simon's been playing really well with that MP9. Getting at least, I think, 3 frags with an MP9. Some of which were against AKs. I think most of them actually being against AKs. Alex with a bit of a flick there. Only 4 HP left. String, what can you find here? Looks for the first. Doesn't find it. Finds it eventually. Looks for the second. Finds the second. Looks for the third. Doesn't find the third. Aim takes him down. Cynic's off of that. Finds another frag. Going to cut the rotation. Simon with a refrag in here. All of a sudden, 2v2. Deja vu. Syreangrep, they've been in this position before. This time, Aim takes the lead. Gets the first frag. Equa managing to find Simon off of the secret flank as well. 4 on the board for Syreangrep, looking strong in that round. Managing to, well, they didn't really slow it down. They did a bit of a contact play towards B once the cat was out of the bag. On the secret with Helix getting that initial frag, it was go, go, go. Managing to win the round. All of a sudden, Lam from Nacken and up. Well, they're back on ecos. A couple of deegs. Nothing too spectacular. A finds 1, looks for the second, finds the second. Do he expect the third? He does, finds him as well. Helix finds the 4th off the flank. Matty, all of a sudden, so much alone. All the utility being used. At this point, though, I don't think Syreangrep should be wasting too much utility holding this off. It's only a deagle. And it's going to be 5 on the board for Syreangrep. They're going to be happy with that. I've pretty much salvaged this half, especially considering they did lose the pistol. Here's the scoreboard for anyone wondering. Hellfire slow to wake up, along with Cynics not having too much luck with the AWP. That being said, though, it's definitely had some crucial frags throughout it. On the CT side, String and Ants, well, slowing a bit behind, but nothing too concerning. Wayward, we've seen him outside playing massively strong so far. Money is back in the pockets of LFNO. Granted, utility, it's not going to be too insane. Lovely to see some emotes in chat. That's nice. Appreciate that. Alright. Speed is the key again. A push. Matty finds one. Gets traded out with Equa. Cynic's finding one. Hellfire. Wayward through the smoke. Looks for one. Doesn't find it. Hellfire finds him. Aim also finds String. Important to note there was a team kill in that round as well. I think Aim killed Hellmix or something along those lines. And Snow, sole survivor on LFNO. That might be a bit too much of an ask. Yeah, looks like he's going to be falling back slowly and steadily. 1v3, that's a bit too much to ask for. 6 on the board now for Syreangrep. Started slow, but they're definitely starting to catch up here. Looking mighty strong. LFNO. Well, they dealt with the slow pace very well, but as soon as Syreangrep started to speed up, seems like they're struggling with the high intense. And, well, they're going to have to find a way to deal with it. There's only 2 rounds remaining, though. But money is tough. Ants with the M4. Most likely we're going to be seeing an eco. Maybe just a couple of deagles around this. And Ants having to play make. Syreangrep, they're going to be looking for that 7th round. Tying up the half so far. What are these octopus emotes? At any rate, we do see a pause coming out. And that is from LFNO. Slow and steady. People are still not using the correct command, for those wondering. People are still using pause and still using tactical, which is just annoying. Doesn't really matter. The pauses are then slightly longer. That's the issue. Annoying for me that wants to cast any downtime. Like any downtime at all is like the caster's worst nightmare. I do expect the speed to keep on going. Let's see. Is there an AWP on the floor somewhere? Cynics is not yet to buy then, it would appear. I think a very valid question right about this time is, does he actually need the AWP? I think maybe just going for the 5 AKs, trading out like they've been doing, might be the better option. Instead of clinging to the AWP, and that seems to be the case. Cynics here with the AK. Same utility coming out pretty much every round here on the yard take. Keeping LFNO on edge. Finding some damage. String finds the first frag, looks for the second. Finds out that that's a bad repeat. Decides against it. Hellfire. Finds the trade onto String. All of a sudden, things are a bit confused. An A-call has been made, but Simon's in hut. Simon finds the first, doesn't find the second. Cynic trades him out. Ants on the other side, though, he finds Hellfire, and Wayward all of a sudden finds Cynic. Aim. Very much aligned. Economy-wise, they have nothing to lose. So, we'll go for it. Doesn't find anything in a round that LFNO. Well, I mean, they did have a couple of upgraded pistols and M4 to their name, but they definitely shouldn't have won it. Well, they do eventually win it. Full buy here into the second round. Does it end 9-6 or 8-7? I think Syreangrep are going to be happy either way. LFNO. Well, I think they're going to need that 9th to be happy. Some confusion around the buy status here. Slow, steady. More of a yard control this time around. Instead of inner pressure. Wayward missing the bullet. Maddie finding one out. Wayward swings on the other angle. Finds aim. All of a sudden, Syreangrep 2 players down. Make it 3 as Hellfire goes down to Wayward. Cynics, Hellnix. Well, they're both just about nowhere near anywhere they need to be. We do see LFNO. They've retreated to very defensive positions here. Cynics, is he going to expect this off angle? That is the real question. Flash gets flopped. Ants. Not going to be flashed by that either. Looks for the first, finds the first, looks for the second, doesn't find it. Hellnix gets a frag. But Hellnix, oh, you're alone, my friend. Not pushing down. Retreating. Is he expecting this off angle though? He is in. Simon takes him down. 9 on the board for LFNO. Syreangrep only with 6. That being said though, we do have a 9-6 score line. We're going to be going into the pistol hopefully very quickly. Good half to both teams, I would say. And also, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Appreciate that. Good match so far, I gotta say. Considering the start of the half looking 0 to 6. 0 to 7, actually. No, 0 to 6. I suck at counting. 0 to 6. I think Syreangrep is going to be happy with that. And that is also why I think LFNO, they're going to be a bit disappointed with the latter end of that half. But it all comes down to this. I think this pistol is quite crucial, as it always is. Syreangrep, if they manage to pick it up, we're going to be looking at a very quick, I'll score, you know, outlining towards the 9-9 at least. That would be the plan, I would suppose. Readies have been thrown out. Let's do a bit of a click hit. Make the sides swap like they should. Let's take a look at the buys here. Only 1 Kevlar here on Syreangrep. A lot of utility coming out. Triple molly, triple flash. Well, they're going to be strong in that department, but the aim punch might be worse. Here comes the push, and the push is down. Hellnix finding one, Wayward finding one. Hellfire looking for the second, doesn't find him. Well, does eventually. Actually, doesn't. Equa finds one, Cynics finds one each. And he's very much alone, but might get the bomb here. Going straight down. Bomb to be planted. I think they're going to be happy with that. And I gotta say, the round isn't over. Syreangrep has yet to pick up that kit that was bought. There we go. Hellfire managing to grab that. And it's all on you, buddy. We still see a couple of flashes here. Kit onto Hellfire. That means that Cynics with his 100 health and the armor are going to be fighting. And switch for the fight. Cynics decides, well, he doesn't want any of it. And that is the round. Hellfire is going to be diffusing that. And that is that onto the pistol. But we did see the bomb plant. Syreangrep opted to not buy the follow-up round. The question is, what do LFNO do? So far, contemplating, and... Oh, it doesn't appear to be a buy. No, just some upgraded pistols. Following suit here. Doing what Syreangrep did. Opting to not go for the full force. They just go for some upgraded pistols. A lot of MP9s coming out here. Straight looking for damage. Find some damage with the Cynics. Hellfire off on Heaven with a FAMAS. Reaction times of a toad, apparently. But he doesn't do some damage. Simon. He's ready for that push. Aim gets taken down. Wayward also finding Cynics. Upgraded deals seem to be doing the job. Hellnix finds one. He needs to find more though. Numbers all of a sudden not in their favor. Aqua decides to equalize it. 3 on 3. Any equal numbers tend to favor the T side. Well, they have managed to pick up an MP9, but no armor, so might not be too effective. But it's Simon. He can do strong with it earlier. Dinks here. Hellfire all the way down to 23 HP. Echo also gets dinged. 26 HP. All of a sudden, Syreangrep looking really weak. And Hellnix off the flank. All of a sudden. Well, they're just making it work. Echo hears the flank. Or feels it. At least gets it out. Simon finds the frag though. Ants has been dinging people left, right, and center with the P250. Looking for Equa. Equa finds that frag. Simon, 50 HP, coming from control room. He did make a step. Equa now. Oh, not going to have it. That is the round for LFNO. 10-7. Around Syreangrep should have had, losing it to too much peeking, in my opinion. LFNO, well, they do grab that round off the board. Double digits now. We do see the AKs coming out. Syreangrep almost forced into buying here as they're on double eco. We just saw LFNO managing to win around with the Deagles, so we know it's not impossible. Wait, well, taking a bit of damage, but nothing too major. I gotta say though, into training first map, lovely little matchup here. Cynics looking for damage, finds it as well. Damage being traded, both Simon and Wayward being low. Cynics finding the frag onto Wayward. This might be the entry they need. That being said though, really no way to retrieve that AK. Simon making sure that it won't be retrieved, tossing it off the map, picking up the other one. String finding aim off on the ramp position. Numbers have been equalized. It all comes down to the decision making right now. Hellfire playing it close to vent, going down. Alright, making a lot of noise doing it. Equa playing this off angle and hut, very popular angle. I particularly enjoyed it. Well, it's just so easy to get that initial frag. You're normally just good for one frag, but if there's no trade up, then you're pretty much fine and dandy. Here comes the push though, the CT side, not really reacting to it until now. String doing some damage, bomb to go down. Straight to the smoke, not finding it. Hellfire going down to Maddie. Well, low health onto some of the CT players, or the T players, but also Cynics on the CT side. Aqua, I'm going to be looking for a Dink here. Finds Dink with a C-Reg. Cynics through the door. String finds Aqua though. Cynics has an AK. And, well, he doesn't save it. He doesn't get a kill. That's 11 on the board for LFNO. Hey, man. Appreciate the 200 bits. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Apparently, custom skins on the agents have been allowed from both teams. There's obviously no rules against it. We were talking about this when I was casting the First Division match previously this week. Some teams do agree to not play with agent skins, however. Alex, finding 3, and that is pretty much the round over and done with. Syreangrep, while they try to go for a bit of a ramp play, doesn't work out in their favor. Simon finds aim, and Anders finds Aqua. Flawless round for LFNO. 12 on the board. Now comes the time for the buy. We do see a scout over to aim. The rest of them going to be having some M4. Backband, Hacksnet, yes. Looked mighty fishy. Flush a moment, boys. Flush a moment. Alright. It is 12. They're going to be looking for the 13. Syreangrep, they need to just aim for the double digits. They need to break the momentum right now. As the T side, well, they're starting to build a bank at this point. Alex, well, he finds the opening. Rams goes down. Aim flashed off the angle. Looks for the peak. Finds it. String goes down. 2-player advantage here for the CT side. Slow down. Yeah, Aqua. Finding Maddie. Wayward. Misses his spray somewhat. Manages to find Hellnex. All of a sudden, Cynics at 15 HP. Wayward, a very good direction to take for him. Simon finding Aqua. A round that should have been all but closed here for Syreangrep has suddenly turned dicey. Simon. Aim has pushed ramp though with the AK. Simon looks for the frag, finds it, but at the same time, Aim finds Wayward. Simon looking for the plant at least. Cynic still on 15 HP. Aim at 100. It's going to come down to him most likely. Unless Cynic pulls up another flush a moment and just shoots him through the wall. Head being exposed, not finding the frag. Simon finds Cynic's 1v1. Aim manages to close it out, but a very expensive round here for Syreangrep. I think LFNO actually going to be quite happy with that round. Granted, they don't win it, but they lose 2 players off the bat, and then they manage to get a bomb plant and 4 players killed. I think they're going to be very happy with that. Syreangrep, I gotta say, looking a bit, arguably a bit undisciplined. Like, they're taking too much fights that they don't really need to do. And, well, they're losing money because of it. And money in the long run might end up costing you rounds, because now they only have a couple of MP9s, a Deagle, and a FAMAS. Whereas LFNO, granted they lost the previous round, but look at their buy. 4 AKs and an AWP. Wayward finding Synex. That was the only M4 in play. Aim though with an AWP. I didn't see him picking that up. Gonna need to play massive role here. Helllight's finding Wayward, but Helllight's overextending. Gets taken down by Simon. Wins the initial frag. Does stay too long. String can be ready for the flank should it come. We know, of course, it's not coming. Aim off the outside. Looks for the flake. Doesn't find it. Hellfire finding Maddie. Equaling the numbers. Simon is going to be ready for that angle now. The info is there. Hellfire re-peeking from the same angle. Easy pickings hit for LFNO. Bomb does get down, but Echo finds the frag. Echo finding the second frag onto Ans. He is low on HP though. He does have Aim to help him out with the AWP. At this point, info should have been retrieved. Aim hits the shot. Syreangrep, despite having the weaker guns, managed to pick up that 9th round. The bomb has gone down once again. Wouldn't be too surprised here if LFNO decides to buy another time. They do have the money for it. Wayward and Maddie being slightly low, but still able to buy. The buy should be coming out here as we see. Granted, a better buy now from Syreangrep. More M4s. Still an MP9 in play. With Aim picking up that AWP as well. They should have the firepower that they need. It all comes down to how you play it. Well, it appears that Syreangrep is going to be afraid for a vent drop. Not sure if there was some information lacking there. At least the rotation has been called in. Aim holding it from the lower end of the ramp. Alex again playing this same angle he's been playing the last 4 or 5 rounds. I feel like eventually that'll become a bit too readable. What a nade. String down to 3 HP. We do see the position here. I just want to point that out in Garage. We see Cynics with the off position. Normally held by an off, but might work out. Helix finding one. Echo finding one. Cynics finding one. Echo finding the second for his name. The push into A collapsing. Simon, sole survivor. Looks for a frag or a pick or something. Gets info. Looks for a frag. Doesn't find it. Hellfire takes him down. Syreangrep finally on those double digits. Looking a bit more convincing that time around. Going to be forcing LFNO down to a bit of a, well, pistol buy. Double digits for both. Team LFNO still in the lead. Syreangrep, some sloppy, undisciplined rounds has caused this match to be, well, a bit closer than it necessarily needed to be. Simon sprayed all over the place. He did indeed. Here comes the ramp push. It's all about surviving here for Syreangrep. Hellfire, 1, 2, 3. Look for the 4th. Finds the 4th. And the 5th is nowhere to be found. He wants the A so badly, but it's nowhere to be near him. Wayward, he's all the way outside yard. Syreangrep, crisis averted. Hellfire with the off angle. Well, they make it work. Wayward does find Hellfire eventually. No ace for you. Cynics cleans it up. Only losing one player. I think Syreangrep are going to be happy with that. Hellfire is going to be thrilled. Going to be climbing that leaderboard with that 4K. Something he needed to maybe get rolling, as he hasn't had the greatest of starts yet. Still early days into the game itself. We're only on map 1. And I think, well, this might be scary to say, but with how even these teams have been playing, this might be one of those overtime nukes. Time will show. Time will show. Simon spraying the door, doing some damage, not finding any frags. Regular utility being traded out. Nothing too spectacular. A lot of presence toward lobby and radio. Not a lot being shown towards outside. Aim. He falls down, and all of a sudden there's no ramp control for a second. And that might have been the timing that they need. LFNO taking at least some radio control. Opting not to go deep into ramp until now, it appears. Simon off on the other side, though. Not finding anything. Ramp has been taken by LFNO. Surprising that Syreangrep is just giving it up. Aim opting to play from all the way down B side. Well, it works out. Takes on String. Sends a message to LFNO that B site might not be an easy site to take. At this point, Syreangrep pretty much just containing. Let's see if that works. Wayward finds Cynics off the flank though. All of a sudden, Heaven exposed. Hellfire is going to be rotating out to close that gap. Wayward finds Hellnex. Aim finds the frag, but all of a sudden Wayward's close to him. Finds the trade once again. Player advantage, LFNO. Equa. Important frag for Syra. Time is low. Syreangrep, they know this. Plant is tried to be disrupted, but it isn't. All of a sudden, player advantage down to LFNO. Only Hellfire left. Wayward down 25 HP, but Maddie, he's very healthy at this point. Gonna be smoking single. Hellfire, he might be a lot deeper than they think. Wayward goes down. He was also the weak one. Hellfire. Matty. Finds Hellfire. 13 on the board. That's a risk you run when you're holding the containment. Especially when someone over peaks and dies. You start losing that containment and all of a sudden... Well, Aim tried to get as much as he could on the push. But, not working out here for Syreangrep. LFNO. They have whatever they want in the sorts of buys. Somewhat good buy here from Syreangrep. Opting for the double up here onto the brothers. 2 MP9s. I gotta say though, Equa being really strong. He's been strong this entire game. Aim finding String again onto the ramp. I gotta say though, Aim looking very strong with that ult, especially on the CT side. Didn't really see him pick it up on the T side. It was more of a Cynics show at that point. It's definitely a lineup with more people than one being happy to pick up the ult. Speaking of another player picking up the ult, Cynics finding Simon off in the flank. Kills him on the yard. Player advantage now here for Syreangrep. One of these rounds they have to win. They have the lead. It's all about just pushing it through. Getting the round on the board. It might seem oh so simple, but sometimes we've all been there. Sometimes it just falls apart. Wayward again winning that duel up towards that angle. This time around though, it's Aim, not Cynics. But they're still losing the same guy to the same peak. And Wayward, he's so confident in this angle. It's the one that won him the previous round. It's the one that's currently giving him some form of entry into this one. Hellfire trying to open the door being open or mask it with a smoke. Seems to be working out. Brilliant play there. Holding the cross. Alex finding a frag. It's only Ants left. Bomb is not down. Ants looking for the save. Big there from Hellfire. Masking the sound with the smoke. Brilliant play. Finding the bomb carrier. That was pretty much the round in the bag at that point. 13 to 12. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. Up onto Wayward. The rest of the team. Well, they're bringing out some pistols. The ult being carried over from the previous round. Door being open. Wayward looks for the first frag. Doesn't find him. Well, he actually does. Helix gets killed off of the tag. One more of these rounds. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cynics goes down again. Generally speaking, too much overpeaking here for Syreangrep. And just, I gotta praise LFNO for just punishing them when they're able to find these overpeaks. Really working out for them. Simon, he's gonna be expecting this HUD peak because he's been here the entire half. Hellfire though, looking for the frag, finds it. Equalizing slightly. We do see the tilt emote coming out. Well, I don't think you're far off it. I think now is the point where they start to tilt. I do agree. Wayward again. So patient, looking for these frags. Finding third, and Aqua again just over-peaking. Being taken down. You could argue Syreangrep, they do need some info at this point. They're a player down, but, well... At this point, only 2 players alive here for Syreangrep. They do need to make it work. Bomb to go down. Maddie is going to be challenging this. Bomb gets denied. Hellfire off the flank. Hellfire super big last round. Gonna need to be equally big. Just one finds 2. All of a sudden, it's flipped. Once again, Matty alone on the site. Aim has flanked him. Aim gets a frag, and Syreangrep, they bring it back 13 to 13. How can they play so bad, yet so good? That is the question. Oh, over-peaking, but that just making them individual plays really work for them. 13-13, we do have an even scoreboard. We do have buys coming out from both sides. Oh, what a match so far, though. Yes, I mean, if you ever wanted tense matches, this is the way to do it. Just throw around 2 or 3 free kills and then just clutch them with its super individual plays. Slightly throw here for LFNO as well. Gotta mention it. That being said, though, we do have the buy. Maddie looks for the AK frag onto Cynics and finds it. Cynics not having the day when it comes to the outside hole. I think he's going to be mighty, mighty frustrated with that. What a bullet. Well, player advantage once again. LFNO. Someone's saying, mind the time. Yes, I do agree, LFNO. They've had quite a few rounds now where they've been very desperate for time. It hasn't really cost them too much yet. Well, they did lose 1 round for it, so I suppose it cost them quite a bit, but... Well, so far... at least making it somewhat work. Hellfire with some utility damage onto Ants. What a bullet from Maddie. The AK. Aim finding 1, finding 2, looks for the third, finds the third. All of a sudden, Ultra Director having a bit of an easy time there. Aim looking mighty strong with that triple. Need to come out. Finds the 4th. Quad kill here for Aim. LFNO finding that initial frag, but looking a bit flustered. Not really finding it. Just trying to force the ram play. And, well, Syreangrep, they were set up for that. It's a 2-player hold. Hellfire with the damage. The nice Aim, the ace, but I think they're going to be very happy with the 14 on the board. Syreangrep, they're finally in the lead. It's been a long time coming. The question now becomes, do they buy here for LFNO? Oh my god, the cat can lure. Yes. It's a feisty cat. It's a feisty cat. Oh, looks like LFNO, they're happy to... I'll use the term give very loosely here, but give 15 to Syreangrep, only buying Deagles and a Scout. Probably the smarter choice, but that is going to guarantee Syreangrep the overtime should they win this round. But Wayward's starting to get strong with the tag. Oh, the almighty cat once again. Secret finding one, finding two. Not the cleanest of first kills at least, but managing to make it work. Bomb has been dropped in their favor. It's also an angle where the scout is, well, not optimal, I would say. Simon off on a flanking mission. Should see the barrel of the gun. He does. That's Hellix going down. Oh, I feel like I'm watching replays of old maps or old rounds. They're just like throwing and not really communicating at all. But the bomb has been secured by Syreangrep. The question is, who holds it the best? All of a sudden, the objective changed. It's not about holding the bomb side. It's about holding the actual bomb. Utility to come out. Smoke to come out as well. It has a bit of a gap there. Decides to not use it and spray instead, and that is bomb secured. Wayward already on A. They have the, well, pretty much the full info. Wayward, Synex. Slight panic here, I would imagine. Another one of these rounds where Syreangrep had the advantage, but they've just given it away. Equa, he's been so strong. Goes down to the flank. Aim finding one, but gets traded. 14 to 14. And all of a sudden, we got an all-even game. We're going to be having a buy coming in from both sides. I'm confused, boys. I'm confused. I'm a very confused caster. Here is the round. Syreangrep investing everything they have into this. Should they lose it, they don't have loss bonus either. Should they lose this, that's going to be crucial. Things seems to be a bit calm, so we'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. Aim looking strong, followed suit by the rest. Wayward just being on a different play. Matty finding Cynics. Once more, Cynics goes down on the yard hold. Cynics playing a major role in the T side of Syreangrep, but on the CT side, I gotta say, pretty much just been, well, dying outside a lot. It's not over yet. We've seen Syreangrep win from further or worse situations than this. Alex finds the frag onto string. Important. Manages to smoke out. Reload to go out as well. Manages to creep out. Hellix surviving. Lives to fight another day so far. Wayward, so strong. Molly comes out. That should be Hellix. Sealed. It is indeed. Wayward finding that frag. Here comes the push. Wayward doesn't spot anything. He does eventually though. Hellfire goes down. Aim and Equa. Strong aimers, but they're not really in a position to counter straight away. About to go down. Aim for finding the frag. Wayward goes down. This is it. 2v2. 14 to 14. Important round here for Syreangrep. Cat, 7 HP. Equa, 34. They do have a kit. And a smoke, but that's about it. Two low-head players. And Syreangrep. Interesting choice. They say we don't need this. And falls back. Giving LFNO that 15. Super close map though. 15 on the board. Apparently the terrorist side don't want to... Oh, there you go. They did run eventually. Money is low though. M4 AWP has been saved by the CT side. There's going to be no more rifles. Maybe a FAMAS or two, actually. Only one. Opting for some utility here onto aim. Cynic's Hellfire only with the Deagle. LFNO. I can't say they've been looking dominant because they haven't, but looking strong in the latter round here. Hellix, you won this duel earlier. Decides not to go for it. Wayward has been getting so many entries off of this angle. They say no. They smoke him off. They deal with him. Syreangrep, they're bunkering down. match point potential for LFNO. Syreangrep, they're going to be struggling. They need to get that OT. String gets taken out by Aqua. That is the starts here are needed. Granted, Aqua do take some damage, but with an AWP, he's always a threat. Player advantage to Syreangrep. Main has been cleared out. Matty takes aim off the angle of one of the strong guns as well. Aim losing that duel. That might cost them the round. Synex, you've been not playing too strongly on the yard. Your team is going to need you off in this A defense. Hellfire would find ones. Hellnex finds one. 2 players left. Hellnex looks for the off angle. Finds him. Simon goes down. At this point, it's only Ants. Ants doesn't find it. Hellfire kills him. And 15-15. We're going to overtime. Oh, finally working out eventually for the team here. Playing a bit of a different setup on the CT side. Synex not going down on the yard. Making it work for them. 15-15. Well, I was hoping for a close match, but it looks like we're going to be a lot closer than we expected. Huge from Hellfire and huge from Hellnex right there. Making it work. (15-15). Let's see if there's anything right. Well, it looks like we have a bit of a bathroom break coming out. I gotta say, though, absolutely solid game so far. We do have the scoreboard here. We do see it again. Wayward just on a different level, I would say. Opening for his team over and over and over again. Bringing them back into the round. If you remove Wayward from this equation right here, this game is nowhere near as close as it is. That being said, though, all players definitely contributing. Here's the ADR for anyone caring. Utility damage as well. A lot of utility damage and enemy flash high on both teams. Gotta say that, though. Impressively low headshot percentage on Ants with his 12 kills. So far, nothing new. Nothing new indeed. Oh. It's nice to have a bit of a breather, I gotta admit. Maybe get something to drink as well. That's well, I say get something to drink. I have it right next to me, but there's just so much going on. Oh, I hear something happening. Hellfire readying up. That's going to be the second half in the go, or the overtime. All right. Ladies and gents, we are on to the overtime here on D-Nuke. It is still Telialigaen Spring Split 2021. 3rd Division Group A, second round. Oh, what a show, what a show. And we've all but started. 15-15. Full buy from both teams. We do see Aqua now picking up the AWP as well. Synex just been relegated to the M4. No AWP for you. Looks like Aqua also going outside for once. Maybe Synex admitting that his yard not just working against his team. Which happens. At that point, Aqua says full. Failed flash, that's nice. Utility coming out, counter utility that is. Yard presence here. Bit of a different approach here for LFNO. We haven't seen this too much. A split. Maddie finds Hellnex. Maddie finds a second. Hellfire goes down as well. Synex finally the frag. But oh boy, LFNO. Well, A wasn't their final target. B was. And all of a sudden, Syreangrep very much so on the back foot. Double AWP. Retaking against 4 players. That's mighty risky. Synex finding one though. Equalizing slightly. 3v3. Not impossible. Aim taking a nade to the knee. Bomb to go down. Pressure now onto Syreangrep. And the question really becomes, do they go for it? Normally you would say yes, but they're a bit slow. Aqua changing out that AWP for an M4. String off the off angle. Finds aim. Simon finds Aqua. Push all but quench. Synex Takes the damage. Simon finds the frag eventually. 16 on the board. LFNO with a very strong and quick start. I gotta say, with these BOs, well, it's now a BO6, is it not? Or MR6. Whatever you call it. MR4, I don't know. MR3. Anyway, with this being a 6-round overtime with a 10k start, going for that double AWP, that's very risky. With this echo with the rest of the players, triple M4 and a deagle. Maddie finding echo out Yard. I feel like Yard has just been the bane of this Syreangrep. Really not making it work. And they're so scared of the A-take that they don't have any players down set for aim with the deagle, but he gets taken down. Rotations to come down as well. Hellix finds one. Maddie trades him out. Hellfire finds a trade onto him once again. Here comes the push upper. Just 1-2 punches here from LFNO, making it work. Slowing it slightly down. Player advantage for LFNO. At this point, Syreangrep, they must know that this is going to end A. They do have Cynics in a position to counter it, but at the same time, he's really not. He's too far off it. The bomb, though, where's that going? The bomb is going down eventually. Do have 2 players onto the B-bomb site. Hellfire is expecting a vent drop. He might be very correct in that presumption. He hears the door. Door has been closed. There is one in the vent. Hellfire finds the frag onto Simon. Equalizes it. 2-2. Bomb planted. Door opened. Cynics, he's all the way up top. What is Cynics doing? Does he think this is A? They think this is A. But, what? Boys? Panic! Panic! Not like this. Not like this, boys. Oida. 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 All of a sudden, no money, no rounds, and no comments. Oh, yes, I think you're very correct with that tilt emote. I think that would be the time. And this is what I meant. I mean, Cynics wasn't close enough. He didn't have the info towards A. Granted, they should have known it was B long before that, but Cynics a bit too far off. All of a sudden, though, Syreangrep, they were looking so strong on their CT side and so weak on their T side. All of a sudden, LFNO, well, they just take charge, making it look easy. Dismantling Syreangrep. Aqua on the outside, though, with a scout. Finds the tag. String down to 15 HP. Some damage being done all over the place. Cynics all the way. Equa finds the kill on a Maddie. Here comes the A split. Oh, it appears like String gets the info. Does get a dink as well. 2 HP. String gets naded out. Hellfire gonna be happy with that. Equa looking so strong with the tagging. It's definitely a round here that Syreangrep needs. They need some form of control here. Wayward trying to punish the overpeak. Simon punishing Hellix. Hellfire finding ants. Aim off of the hut. Finds the frag out to Wayward. Simon only survivor. Last round of regulation OT. At least the first half. Simon looks for the frag. Does he find the peak? Find the peak, doesn't find the frag. He peeked all over the place. Turkey shoot, finding 1 frag so far and a bit of damage, but time. He's not on his side. Cynics. Well, that is that. 7-16. I gotta say, LFNO looking quite strong here on their terrorist side. And they were looking quite strong on the CT side, I must say. Got Syreangrep almost looking stronger with the deagle than they did with the long rifles, as mentioned in chat. So we do hear the E-bot counting down. That's going to be the clue to get us into the second half of OT. OTs that tend to end 2-1 in the first half tends to end overtime once again. But normally that is when the CT side gets 2 and the terrorist end gets 1. At least on Nuke. 16-17. I'll swap those around so we get the right scoreline. There we go. Syreangrep skipping the AWPs altogether. LFNO opting for 1 AWP, which I think is a lot smarter on these BO3s with 10k. The old setup where you had the BO3 with 16k, I think you could excuse a double AWP, but it's just so risky. I wouldn't do it. But then again, I'm not playing, so it is what it is. A lot of pressure towards the outside here. Maddie. We're trying to find a spray. Well, he does connect a couple of bullets to Aqua. Takes him down slightly, but nothing too crucial. Hellfire almost being stuck by a Nather. Taking 51 points of damage as well. Or 49 points of damage, rather. Down to 51. B side had already been taken. Cynics looking for the frag. Finds it. String goes down. Simon off the other side, though, finds Hellfire. Hellix managing to find Maddie in the vent. Oh, we've seen this before. We've seen this before. We've seen Syra crumble before. Simon in the vent. You were called out to be strong in the vent. This time around, aim to get him. 2-player advantage. At this point, LFNO might even just opt to go for a save, and that appears to be the choice here. Again, with the 10k on the BO3, you don't have a lot of money to play around with. Anything you need to save, pretty much, well, if you don't see a reason to continue in the round, saving is a good option. Syreangrep tying it up 70-17, making it work. Oh, this is exciting. We're only a nuke. We still have another map after this. I mean, this match has gone on for longer than my last 2 casts put together, and we're just 1 map in. All right. Man, I now have a new impression of the casters that cast, and players that play like the BO5s, because, man, those would be hefty for your stamina. Yet again, we see the same kind of thing set up. A lot of yard control here. Oh, that's a clever molly. Doing a lot of damage. Doing a very, very substantial amount of damage. Aim down to 40 HP. Aim even lower, 7. Look at the health on the T players. A lot of good utility from LFNO. Managing to make it work. Being said though, the bomb site should be under control. Bomb should go down. Straight taking a nade to the face. Straight looking for a frag. Doesn't find it. Doesn't damage. All terrorist players basically at a 1 shot at this point. LFNO. Hellix. No, Hellfire rather. Looking for the exit frag here, but none of them are coming. Aim. Equa finding 1. Gets traded out. Aim finds 1. Doesn't look for the second. So far, Simon finds the trade. Wayward. Bomb to be tapped. Simon finds 1. Cynics trades out. Simon trades out once again. All up to Hellix at this point. Hellix alone. Does get taken down. And Simon with 12 HP. That should be a bomb defusal. And it is. 18 on the board for LFNO. And all of a sudden, they are at match point. It all came down to that final battle between Hellix and Simon. And Simon, well, he takes it. Woohoo! Full buy from both teams. We couldn't ask for a tighter game at this point. With next and Chuck next. Oh no. Oh. I mean, Nuke is a map that often ends with overtime, but this is just insanely tight. Like, the rounds are so tight. Cynics finding the entry here on Wayward. That might be what they need. Equa finding Simon, Hans finding Equa, Cynics, Helix finding one each. It's all up to String for the for the double overtime. 4 players alive for Syreangrep. Do not throw it. Not like this. String. The bottom fragger. Right? Actually, not the bottom fragger, Hans is. But still, it's just String. What can he find? He looks for the initial fight. Doesn't find anything. Helix finding the fragger to String. 18-18. We're going to double overtime. Oh, this is too close for comfort for either team, I would admit. And it's important to know. I mean, it's not just that the scores like similar. It's the fact that the rounds go down to like 1 or 2 players so many times. And it's just the margins that decides it. Double overtime. Syreangrep this time starting on the CT side. LFNO starting on the CT side. That's going to be the major change. Other than that, it's the same good old. Both teams are slowly learning each other more and more, trying to find those intrigues, using that utility, for example, that we saw down in Secret, cutting down the HP on the push despite not seeing the enemy. Full buy once again. Aqua outside. Aqua finds the spray down. Wayward goes down. Syreangrep once again player advantage. This time not in a position to react to it. Gonna be slowing down, pacing themselves, finding another way in. LFNO, they're not gonna be happy with that. 1 player down. They still have the AWP in play though. Double kit, nothing to boast about really. That's a really fancy and bad way to smoke Secret, or Squeaky rather. That being said though, it might work in his favor. Bit of a lurky smoke, I suppose. Looks like A is the goal. Here comes the push. Here comes the push. And finding 1. Cynics finding the trade. Maddie off the side finds 1, finds 2, looks for the 3rd. Doesn't find the turret. Hell next. Looks for the frag cut to String. He does find it. All back to Simon off the flank. Precision has been giving away, but that is the nade. That is Hellnex dead. Aim versus Simon. Aim with the off angle, finds the frag. Simon goes down. 19 on the ball for Syreangrep, winning that first round of second overtime. Again, it's just 1 person alive. The cat, he does it once again. Looking at the scoreboard, Wayward again, Simon as well, contributing so hard. 3 players lacking slightly behind, whereas the Syreangrep squad slightly tighter on the scoreline, but still, we do have aim. And I want to say both Helix and Hellfire, they've been having some real clutch situations going on here as well. It's always exciting. Wayward spraying, doesn't find anything. A lot of utility being used. Simon, sole defender of Secret. Looks for the first. Finds the first. Looks for more. Decides to nade. Fall back. Damage being done. Player advantage. LFNO. Maddie finds 1. Finds 2. All of a sudden, Maddie looks for the 3rd. Finds it. Hellfire finds the trade. But at this point, 1v4. It's a rough situation to be in. Slowing down Hellfire. Just looking for damage at this point. Question is, can he find any? Hellfire is going to be going to control room, see if we can find anyone. Oh, there's going to be a fight here. First finds it, doesn't expect the second. Simon finds the kill. Only losing 2 players, 19-19. Syreangrep falling victim to a bit of a good secret hole there from Simon, I gotta say. Thank you so much for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Full buy once again. We do not see an AWP here onto the CT side. Full utility though. Full catalog, full kits, full everything. They have everything they need. It's all out execution. It's all down to the small margins that's been separating these 2 teams. Syreangrep lost the last overtime's first half 2-1. LFNO winning it. slow around. Utility for the A push. Syreangrep have been having some success here. Synex finds the first. 2 frags each way. A side somewhat under control here. Helnex. Molly goes out. Helnex finds the frag on the string. Player advantage. Syreangrep. Bomb has gone down. Aim off the off angle here. Might be getting a frag for himself. Does. Ans goes down as well. Wayward. Well, you've been playing strong all game. Last round of this half. You need 3 frags and a bomb defuse. Time is not on your side. Spray through the hut. Expecting close angle. Finding Synex. Smoke to go down. Taps the bomb. Swings wide. Finds one. Doesn't find the second. Syreangrep wins this half 2-1. All of a sudden, Syreangrep, they're in the driving seat. Now that we switch over once again to the CT side, LFNO back to the terrace side, and this time they're on the back foot. Ebot is counting down. We are going into the second half of second overtime. We're way past regulation time, way past the 30 rounds. And we're into some weird territory at this point, I would say, because rounds are just a mayhem of trading. And I gotta say, so far, Syreangrep, they're on top of the trading, but that's on the T side. The question is, can they do the same on the T side? Yacht has been their bane throughout this entire game. I think that's going to play a crucial role here. They've had good control over the A-bomb site. Yard and ramp has been a bit shaky at times. Yard being the biggest of the issues. Ants, Wayward finding 1 frag each. Synex finding the molly onto Ants though. Wayward again finding that initial frag so easily. Player advantage. LFNO. Yard control. Well, that's been given away. Honestly, giving away that yard control may not be a problem. They did it at the last start, or the last time they played CT, and it somewhat worked. The question is, will it work this time? Synex playing top hut. A lot of yard control. We see Hallex. He's going to be the one on the close angle here. Synex flashing. Trying to bait them away from that close angle. Not expecting it. Wayward. Hallex finds the first. Might expect the second. Should expect the second. But he doesn't. Maddie finds him. That's a trade. Player advantage once again to LFNO. Synex gets the first. Gets the second. Looks for the third. Wayward. It's the giant versus the flank. Synex doesn't expect it. Shoots once as well. Wayward on the flank. 20-20. Synex arguably in a good position there, but shoots the USP for once. And just gives away his position. 20-20. One player. Again, it's so tight. The game won't end. The game won't end. And all of a sudden, we see a scout, we see a deagle, and 3 M4s. Granted, Syreangrep has been doing really well with their deagles, but not what you'd like to see the second round on CT side. Wayward again with the off. Again, looking so strong. He's been finding so many entries. I think we're watching a player that is going to be a plague on the Norwegian scene for a while, the way he's going so far. Trades going in the advantage of LFNO. Still 2 rifles to go here on the CT side. Synex doesn't want to run into that off again. Wayward finds the flick onto Synex. 45 kills. Hellfire, you've been so strong. A veteran to CS. Finds 1. Can he find more? Into the hut he goes. Doesn't find anything. Flash goes. LFNO not really challenging at this point. Just letting him stay. Aim off the flank. Finds the AK. Hellfire denies the bomb plant. Matty of heaven finds Hellfire. It's up to the cat. The cat once again. Can he do it? Matty, 57 health to his name. Cat with the nade. It connects. It connects again. One more nade. The damage has been done. Matty, 15 HP. But he finds the frag onto the cat. Aim goes down. 21 on the board from LFNO. Syreangrep once again on the back foot. They don't have money. They're deagles. There are a couple of rifles. A couple of SMGs. Scrappy by. Can they force another overtime at this point? LFNO, they're doing fine on their money. Yeah, the money doing well. Slow around. Yard control has been established. String. Deep finds the frag out to Halnex. Matty off to the side. Can he find a frag onto the secret area? There's two players there. Also String looking for any frags on towards the secret here. Doesn't find it. Matty at the same time though finding one. Cat trading out. Simon gonna be mulling it off. Simon finding a frag onto... Oh, it's all out of Synex. Synex. 1v4. Looking rough. Looking very rough. Swings and gets taken out. 22-20. LFNO, they too take D-Nuke. Very close map. We do have D-Inferno coming right up. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back very shortly.
I don't know if you know yet. I feel
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're young.
Alright, ladies and gents, we are finally in it. The Inferno. We are looking at Syreangrep versus LFNO. And, well, what a first map it was. DNU going 22-20. LFNO managing to pick it up. Some technical issues here on the side of Syreangrep to start with. Hopefully, it doesn't end up costing them anything too major. They do at least pick up the pistol or the knife round rather at this point. Well, I expect them to stay. That would be the smart choice at any rate. So far, nothing has been said. We are awaiting it very excitedly. So yeah, first map. What a show. What a close match. All working out eventually for LFNO. A map that could have swung both ways. I think a map that both teams, well, if they are people to study demos, there's definitely stuff to study. Especially from the side of Syreangrep, I would say. On the other hand, though, I'm just waiting for the ready to come up here. That's pretty much it. Inferno. One of the more common maps. Not that Nuke isn't common. Obviously, Nuke played a lot as well. I would argue, though, Inferno definitely played a bit more. This is LFNO's pick. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are expected to just outright win it. There's some typing. Okay. Nothing too exciting. Just checking. Yes, everything is as it should be. Nice. Alright, again, I think we're just waiting pretty much because the CTs here, Syreangrep, still having technical issues. Kind of saw it in the movement of Synex. At the start there. Not feeling comfortable. Maybe there's been some technical issues troubling them on Nuke as well. Time will tell. Talk to these guys off after the game, figure that out. But we do see the ready coming out. We should be heading straight in to the good old pistol round. Have fun has been tossed out. And that means we are ready for the pistol round on D Inferno. A pistol round that's going to be a, well, important one considering how close it was. No dominant victory by any stretch of the imagination. We do see full Kevlar, no utility here for LFNO. On the other side though, on the CT side, we do see a bit of utility. Aim, finding string. LFNO slowing it down slightly. Lost the wind and the sails off of that pick. Equa finds the infight. Doesn't find a frag though. Timing not on his side. Equa is also the only one with a kit at the moment. Wayward was so strong on D-Nuke. Picks up the first frag of the game from his side of the table. Equa just missing him. Equa getting closed in. Wayward swings wide, finds aim, and finds Equa at the same time. Hellfire Synex to do the retake 2v4. Synex, he's going to be late to the retake. Hellfire in the mid. Maddie also here to cut the rotation. Synex expecting this, finding the frag and stout. Finds one more. Synex to trade him. 1v2. Kit is in pit. He would know this by now. He still needs to run up because time not on his side. Wayward picking up with the third. Already with a hat-trick. Continuing off that strong path. Winning the pistol round. Grabbing some Mac 10s. We don't see anything here coming out for Syreangrep. Just a deagle onto aim. Full B stack. LFNO just spreading out. Looks like banana. Here goes the push. Maddie finds one, finds two, finds three. Wayward helps out with a fourth. Maddie, he wants the fourth kill. He finds it as well. Farming the money with a Mac 10. 6.3k into the bank. Also picking up a deagle for his effort. Here comes the buy I would expect from Syreangrep. But they don't have enough money. Might just off to go for another pistol buy. That seems to be the case. Figuring that they can hold them with the rifles. Giving that third round over to LFNO as well. Again, giving kind of loosely. Not really giving anything. We do see full deagles. They've been used to effect earlier. And it's doing a lot of damage. Finding the frag. Aqua falling back. Wayward off the flank, finding Synex. Might be blunt force trauma to the microphone. Yeah. I wouldn't write it off. I wouldn't write it off at all. Hell next. Finds one. Has a reload. Doesn't find the second. Simon finds Aqua. At this point, there's only Hellfire left. Wayward, he's on a mission. He's playing for the KD as well as winning, I suppose. Bomb has been acquired and actually going B. Not that it really matters too much. Hellfire, is he expecting this push behind him? He is. Finds an AK for his effort. All of a sudden might be able to do some damage here. Going to be cutting the rotation. Oh, Simon apparently don't want to go into the library. Just holding the sand. Hellfire looking to just save the AK. Again, I think more and more teams don't do this, and I think it's a shame. I mean, if you can save that AK, you should, but at this point he's being hunted. He doesn't find the frag. Matty finds him. That's an AK over to Matty as well. Here comes the oh so important buy round. Syreangrep, they need to start making those dents. They need to start making it work. Double up here once again to the brothers. Aim and Synex. Glass cannon on the aim. On one of those maps where a double off is arguably very, very viable, but it's a risky move so early in the game. Slower pace. Nothing really to be done. Apps have been taken. Banana's been taken from LFNO. Full map control. Syreangrep on the back foot. Just holding defensive, as you would kind of expect with the double op. Wayward finding Hell next out. Cat. Trading. Aim finding that alt kill. Alt picked up by Simon. That's a weird lineup. Well, it lands, I suppose. There's a gap in it, I think, but it works. Here comes the B hit. Synex with the AWP. What can you do? Utility to come out. Flash. Counter molly. It's going to slow it down slightly, but it's also going to block the view. It does indeed. Synex goes down. Simon finds him. Time Hellfire going down the string, and that's just a save call coming out. I think Synex is not going to be happy with that counter molly. Mollies in general tends to be a bit tricky to open, but I find if you're close to the molly, you're I don't know, it's easier to see than if the molly's far away, because the smoke just blurs it all out. At any rate, though, Simon does find that pick onto Synex, and that is the site. I'm looking at 4 here for LFNO. Syreangrep not really getting started. And we now see that because Synex bought that extra op as well. Even if they manage to save that op, Synex is still quite low in cash. The buy that's going to come out of this isn't actually a buy. They're just going to opt with Deagles, offering up that 5th round as well for LFNO. I don't know. I must wonder if Syreangrep is actually kind of digging themselves a hole here, and the question is whether or not they can get out of it. Opting to just set Hellfire solo onto B with that Deagle. Do see the 4-player hole here on A, but they're so defensive. It's a bit of a coin flip. LFNO, they won't know that they're there until they peek, but at the same time, Syreangrep have no info. So for all they know, LFNO, they have all apps control, they have all banana control, they can just decide to do a B hit. Here comes some utility. Hellfire with this Deagle does some damage. Simon sprays him through the wall here. Equa down to 41. Seeing him on hut, finds one. Elnex trades him. Hell next. Looks for the second. Finds it as well. But at this point, it's a go time for B side. Bomb is already down T stairs. Of course, Syreangrep, they don't know this. Hellnex and aim with a rifle each. Synex has nothing. And they've all rotated over to B side. Bomb is going back B side. Synex again, sole defender on the B side with the deagle. Should have the info, but tries to do damage. Finds one, finds two. Looks for the third. Doesn't find it. Wayward just holding that angle. There goes the plant. Synex repositions to put some pressure on Synex. Well, he realizes going solo might not be the plan. Does get fragged nevertheless. Wayward. Oh, he was so strong on Nuke. Is he going to do it once again on Inferno? Looks for the second frag. Gets the second frag. At this point, it's only aim left. Aim with a dig. Finds the frag. LFNO. They fall victim to their B push. Synex with two beautiful frags. And aim or cat eventually clutching it out here. Putting that first round on the board. Money won't be looking too hot here for the CTs. Actually, not too bad considering they didn't invest too much into the last round. So let's scratch that. But again with a double op. Let's see if it pays off this time. I gotta say though, I might be kind of biased to the fact that I know the people from Syre. I play with them and I obviously want them to win, but Wayward, the way he's been playing, I think he is one of those future players that you're going to see signed to a second division or even a first division team. He's opening skill. Well, as we see, it just works out for him. One could say he's just having a good day, but if this is a level he can consistently play at, I think he might be going somewhere. Matty through the smoke finds Hellfire. Hellfire failing the spray, not getting the frag, and all of a sudden, two-player advantage to LFNO. And that might just be the save here again from Syreangrep. B-side just wavering, not working out. Synex being fragged. And Hellfire not finding the kill out of the smoke. Despite looking really strong on Nuke, Syreangrep, well, they're not really favoring or showing too much up here on Inferno early on. Getting picked apart, not really playing their own game. It seems like just playing defensive, just getting, again, picked completely apart here by LFNO. And again, it's Wayward once more, just setting them up. He's 5 on the board here for LFNO. Syreangrep still on that 1 point. Scary part here is the economy on the T side. It's getting mighty strong, mighty quick. Not even losing any players. Again here with the buy. Well, it's another round. It's another full buy from both sides. Syreangrep. It's starting to get to the critical point where they need to do something. They need to get something in their favor. One round just isn't enough, and a very close round at that. Aim just clutching it out 1v1. Gotta say though, LFNO looking very strong here on Inferno. Playing it somewhat textbook, taking banana control, taking apps control. Taking some risks, I would agree, but nothing insanely risky. Double smart here. Subtle mistakes from Syreangrep. It's going to end up costing them eventually. They're now out of smokes on the B-bomb site. A site holding very passive. And just look at this map control currently from LFNO. They have everything they want. Syreangrep, they're just blind at this point. Mid has been taken. Wayward. Looks for Hellnex. Is going to re-aggress. Finds Simon. Simon not expecting it. Aim finds Wayward. All of a sudden, this is going in the favor of Syreangrep. It's still early though. Ants finding one. Aim coming in from library. Holding the short angle. It looks like A is going to be the eventual victim to this push. Aim. He needs to land a shot here. He does. Bomb goes down. Maddie goes down as well. Looks for the second string. Has info on the pit. He does find the frag. Bomb to be acquired. Bomb is not going to be denied. Should be an easy retake. At this point, Syreangrep, they just don't need to lose anyone. They need this to be clean. That's pretty much everything they need to know and everything they need to do. They might see him here from the balcony position. String finds one. Looks for the second. Doesn't find a Hellfire. Finds the trade. But not a flawless one here. Syreangrep, they do pick up that second round. Losing 3 players in the process. They do have enough money to buy up, so that's not an issue. But so does LFNO. I'm really hoping we get some easier name calls eventually. But LFNO are going to be buying up once again. Different setup altogether now. Quadruple B play. Here they swing. One. Only 1 for 1. Bad trade for the CTs. Matty managing to quench that. And here comes the counterplay. Rather quick A play, it would appear. Flash it out. Cat has come into the position that he needs to be. But all of a sudden, it's calmed down again. The rotation has gone over. But oh wait, this is not where it's coming. Helix now calling for the rotate again. Finding one. Flash goes out, but he's all trapped. Looks for the second, finds the second, but gets taken down. Helix getting what he can at this point. Wayward just holding the rotation, finding Equa. And all of a sudden, the bomb on its way back again to the A-bomb site. AIM going to be playing the graveyard position. Going to be hoping maybe to deny the bomb plant or even finding both players. AIM finding one. Simon now with full info. Waits for the peak. Kills him. 8 HP left. It's all up to Cynics. At this point. Both sides have the info they need. Cynics has a kit. He's just going to stick it. Pros don't fake. And that's that round. Over and dealt with. Cynics making it work. As opposed to the terrorist player. Well, I just assumed that he wouldn't stick it so early on to the defuse timer. But, well, he did. It worked out for him. Syreangrep up to 3 now. Terrorist side has burned through a lot of its money. There's no off this time around for Wayward. Not to say he can't shoot the rifle, as he's done many a times. Utility damage, somewhat light. Again, I'm surprised that Syreangrep is just giving the maps. They're giving the maps, they're giving them Banana without really much of a fight. They tried to fight Banana last round, but that didn't work out. And now, nothing's working out because AIM gets traded out. Granted, the playmaker from LFNO is out, but 1-for-1 trade again tends to favor the terrorist side. Especially if a team decides to over-rotate, which Syreangrep arguably have done the last couple of rounds. We're going to see that once again here with Hellfire moving towards the A-bomb site. Or at least moving towards Speedway. Counter smoke coming out here for Syreangrep. Hands. Shooting, not really finding any damage. Cynics with the off angle. Finds the frag, almost screws it up with a nade in his hand, but finds it eventually. Bomb has been picked up. Looks like A is going to be the eventual target here. Helix almost on the way away from it. So far, Ants coming from Aqua, finding one, dropping. Ants now in the bulk area, finding Aqua on the flank. Ants trying to find Helix, but Helix finds the frag. Can he find the second? Matty close up to default. Helix, is he expecting this? Well, he is. Or at least he does, I suppose. Matty goes down. 4 on the board here for Syreangrep. Well, I said they needed to make a stand. I said they needed to make a dent, and that is what they're doing. But at this rate, LFNO, with their loss bonus, can pretty much buy up whenever they want. We do see another buy coming in from both sides here. A better buy, arguably, from the CT side. But the terror side, definitely not a buy to, well, write off. I think you can do a lot with this. Only one Galil and a Deagle, the rest has AKs. And that is all they need. Here comes the mid take. Simon's going to flash them in. That's just a smoke. Here comes the flash. Phalanx with the counter utility. 1, 2, 3. Can he find Mole? So far, no. Equa the other short. Well, he finds a lot of damage. Doesn't find the kill. Equa again finding the kill eventually. Now it's up to Simon. Off on the flank here. Or not the flank even, just a delayed push. Find some damage. Info over here to Syreangrep. They have all the info they need. All of a sudden, Simon, well, you might have been strong previous game, but you're good if you're going to manage this one, I think. Aim. Whiffing the smoke, but managing to find the frag eventually. Flawless round as well. That is what they need. 5 to 5. Cleaning it up. All tied neatly. I think we might see a bit of a pistol buy here coming out from LFNO. We've seen Syreangrep lose quite a few of these rather easy rounds on the CT side on Nuke, so I don't want to write up LFNO quite yet from being out of the round. They do have an AK to work with. Double made. Does connect. String down to 17 HP. Somewhat of a B-stack hit. 3 players. Syreangrep managing to retreat. LFNO, they're making their way back up to top mid. Not the first time they've done this, but the rotation is very slow this time around. Because of the boost. A lot of map control from LFNO, and they're just going to swing it at this point. Info to be given. Matty with the AK up in apps. He's going to be the big piece of this puzzle. Hellfire finding one off the flank. Synex finds Simon. We do see 2 terrorist player making their way down mid. The AK still up in apps. Edward sees the head, finds the frag. Matty goes down. At this point, there's only Ants and Wayward left. I gotta say, Wayward, you've been very strong this game, but I think this is an impossible task even for you. Aim, going up high. Trying to find the up angle, finds the kill. Ants should have the info here. It's all about trying to prevent damage. And they do. Aim. They do manage. Pick up that 6th round. Now, the also important pistol round. As I say that, we do have a bit of raid coming in. Thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Indeed. Exciting game so far. D-Nuke ended 22-20. LFNO picking that up. So far 6-5 here on Inferno. Full buy from both teams. Maddie actually opting to pick up that ult instead of Wayward. Bit surprising considering how well Wayward has been playing. Syreangrep, well, they don't have a singular ult at this point. Probably not a bad idea. The rifles have been working out for them. Again, Medisport, really appreciate the raid, man. Hope you had a good stream as well. Oh, Cynics with the tap. Wayward goes down. Equa finding string. Suddenly, 2-player advantage here for Syreangrep. Alex. Anne's just trying to pretty much lurk out Balk solo. Not working out. Hellix finding the frag. Matty and Simon left. Equa sees the gun, finds the frag. Matty goes down. This one is only with Simon. They do have the info. Equa finds the frag off the naps. All of a sudden, 7-5. If we look at the scoreboard, considering how this started for LFNO, they're not going to be too happy about this. Syreangrep, well, they have tightened their lines. They've stopped making too many mistakes, and now they're clawing their way in further and further into the lead. Only upgraded pistol this time around for LFNO. Quick utility down mid. Aim, managing to find string with a nade. Couple of flashes to work with. Nothing in particular here. LFNO just establishing the same map control they've done previously. Syreangrep still content just holding those defensive positions. Giving off banana, giving off apps. Playing it really deep onto the sides. Seem to work for the Aqua. Looks for the spray down. Doesn't find the kill. Does do some damage. Bomb is towards A. Nothing's been decided quite yet though. Flash to come out. Aim off the flank. Trigger finger one. Looks for the second. Doesn't find him. Ans finds the trade. All of a sudden a tied round. 3-3. Simon finds the frag onto Hellfire. And all of a sudden Cynics with the flank finds one but gets traded. Hellnex has all the info he needed, but this round turning to ashes very quickly here for Syreangrep. Hellnex is going to try to fake that flash towards the CT spawn, but he also need to go fairly slowly, which doesn't help. Hellnex doesn't fight it. Simon fights a frag. LFNO only investing very lightly into that round. They do take it. Luckily for Syreangrep, they have won quite a few in the row and also been quite flawless rounds, so they do have bank enough pretty much for this half. Clutch next. No. Hellnex not clutching that one out. Well, nothing changing. Same style. Same teams. They're playing these rounds very similarly, and I think that might be a mistake here on the side of Syreangrep. LFNO just, well, maybe getting slightly easier to read. The CT setup. It's been the same setup the entire game, more or less. String even forcing aim off that angle. Still alive though, aim. 30 HP with the AWP. Push looks towards the B-bomb site. Hellfire, Cynics. The two defenders. Utility is low. Counter smoke comes out. A lot of smokes coming out. Cynics, or Hellfire rather, is going to be the one to deal with it, but it's just a fake. The retreat has been called. At the same time, Hellnex rather, is going to be countering a bit of a smoke here in mid. The Qs have been made. Hellnex gets flashed. He gets onto site though. A lot of people up into the short alleyway. Aqua. Cynics finding one off the flank. Terrorist side still up short though. Finding Aqua. Aim finding one. Hellnex finding one. Gets traded out though, and at the same time, String finds aim off of the flank in library, and at this point, it's all up to Cynics. Cynics looks for the frag, doesn't find it. Simon finds it. 7-7. All of a sudden, it just falls apart. LFNO, they're not scared to just run from one side to the other. Confusing the team, trying to make some risky moves. They know that Syreangrep, they're not going for the map control, and by that definition, they can run from one side to the other without actually having any form of recompression. Oh, that word didn't come out correctly. Well, without having any threats, I suppose. Repercussions. That's the word I was looking for. English, how does it do? At any rate, we do see the afternoon coming in now. A little too late, some would say. 8 finding a frag. Let's get hold back. Hold back eventually here. 4-4. That's it. LFNO at this point. Well, they're making their way up top mid once again. Bomb has been dropped Mexico. Time to acquire that. Helmex now on the long angle in sand. Right wall. He wins the spray down. Helmex goes down. Echo might be able to deny the bomb. He does. Slight panic there. Gets the molly down. Buys some time, if anything. Smoke to come out as well. Flash. Hellfire finding the flank. Player advantage all of a sudden. Syreangrep. Bomb drop. Might prove to be crucial. Cynics also have a view from it. All the way down Mexico. String. Alright. Hellfire not expecting that one. Simon. Get sprayed down from Equa. Equa finding the second of the string. Syreangrep, well, they do win the half. 8-7. That being said, though, LFNO, I think they're going to be very, very happy with those 7 terrorist rounds. Inferno, slightly CT favored, as it's always been. Well, the game is not letting us down. It was super close on Nuke. It is super close on Inferno as well. Hellfire was such a big part of the Nuke game for the Syreangrep lineup. So far lacking a bit behind here. Wayward still the man, the myth, the legend, doing very well here on Inferno. Just as well as a Nuke. I don't hear the E-bot was being written. Just good half, good half. Yeah, we're just waiting for the ready from both teams here. Let's take a look at the other stats that we do have available to us. Utility damage and enemy flashes. Well, they're not high. Well, utility damage fairly decent. Flashes not too high. ADR, well, Helix and aim. They're doing pretty well. Aqua, he's right up there. Cynics, Hellfire. They need to wake up. Shall Syreangrep have a chance here? Wayward again, just way out in the lead. Such a strong player. I'd be unless this is just like a friendly group that just play together. I do think Wayward, the way he's playing, if this is his level at a normal day, I think he's going to be picked up by someone, or he should be picked up by someone, because he's definitely a good CS player. Alright, here it is, ladies and gents. We are on to the second half of the Inferno. 8-7, Syreangrep slightly in the lead. They're going to be looking to pick up the pistol round, extending that lead. LFNO, they're going to want to close that lead, of course. Winning the pistol would basically bring them into the lead at this point. And at that point, it becomes a slugfest. Wayward with the shot of the lifetime. Finds the frag. Easy frag. Tries to force a rotation. So far, not happening. 2 players still here for LFNO. Smoking with CT. He comes to push. Maddie finds one. Looks for a second. Can he find it? So far, no. Wayward from the flank finds one. Looks for the second. Well, technically his third and for his fourth. Aqua denying it. Picking up 3 frags for himself. Bomb has been dropped. There's still a minute on the time, though. Not in a rush. Of course, LFNO, they know this. Slowing it down. Aqua, well, he realizes he needs to look for a pick. At this point, he can get the bomb for free. Of course, he doesn't know this. Bomb has been acquired. CTs, they do know he's still on site somewhere. Aqua finds some info. Flash goes out. Plant kind of open. LFNO allowing the plant. Info has been given out. And he hits the bullet. 8-8. Syreangrep, they do lose that pistol round, but they do get the bomb eventually. Inferno, definitely a map where it's viable to run SMGs and Galils. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see them coming out right now. That being said though, AIM has already invested into a Deagle only, so it looks like we're going to be seeing some upgraded pistols. A couple of MP9s onto the CT side. Cynics forgetting the bomb. A lot of utility being used. Slow around here. Syreangrep, they don't want to do anything rash. Just want to try and go for picks. And 9 gets tagged, finds a frag on the hell next night. Defensive UTs from both sides. Nothing too major so far. Syreangrep, well, they're not finding anything. And I feel like this has been the difference, especially on the nuke side here, is that LFNO, they're not giving away anything. Syreangrep have been giving away things at times. Wayward finds the burst, looks for more. Can he find more? He goes for the reload. The push to come from behind. Wayward finds another look for the third. Doesn't find it though. Cynics does. Cynics does go down to Matty. At this point, it's all up to AIM. Bomb in the possession of the CTs. AIM is just about damage at this point. Finds damage. Doesn't find the kill though. 8-9. They do end up losing a FAMAS. Nothing too major. We do see the guns coming out now. Syreangrep looking to tie up this series. A lot of utility all around the place. A lot of damage being dealt both sides. Wayward finding Hellnex with an MP9 of all guns. Cynics all the way down to 22 HP. Hellfire and Echo also taking a bit of damage here. Whereas LFNO, they're looking very healthy. Counter aggression towards Banana. Gotta say, LFNO, they're definitely pressing me. Playing really well. Slowing it down. 45 on the clock here. B is the target. Utility being used. Counter molly. No smoke for that. That's going to do a lot of damage. Cynic's dead. String finding one, Echo finding one, Matthew finding one, and Ant finding one at the same time. The push falters. The round goes in the favor of LFNO. All of a sudden, it's dire straits here for Syreangrep. I mean, they don't have money, they don't have rounds. LFNO managing to start to build up a bit of a bank here. So going into the direction, I think any Syreangrep supporter right now, well, I think we can all see this is not going the way it's planned to, if one can say it like that. Wayward again aggressive with the MP9 straight down mid. Gives info. Finds a frag. Still has the info. Does eventually get taken down. Only has an MP9. Counter utility once again is being used. Only upgraded pistol here from Syreangrep, so I mean a bomb plant and damage would be optimal. Very, very slow indeed. Here comes the Apt push. It's going to be a contact flash play. Matty with a nade in his hand. Simon finding one, looks for the second, finds the second, looks for the third, and finds the third. That is that push. 11 on the board here for LFNO. Syreangrep, well, they didn't get damage, they didn't get the bomb plant, but they do have a full buy now. And, well, it's now or never. They need to start chaining some rounds. If they don't do that, I am very scared that LFNO, they're going to be starting to rack up quite a bit of bank here. And at that point, it becomes really tricky for Syreangrep. Miss Molly. Oh, they hear this and they go for it. Bedroom has been taken, or at least checked. He manages to retreat. Banana being heavily contested here by LFNO. Flash is going out. String finding damage. Doesn't find the frag. Jousting for the position here. 1 for 1. Need to go out. Damage being dwelt out. Maddie down to 40. Equa down to 27. A seems to be the target. 4v2. The CTs, they've been looking so strong. It's going to come out to Wayward. Simon. So far, though, Syreangrep opting to not actually go A, but to go B instead. Which is an alright call, but at this point, that is known for the LFNO. And they only have 20 seconds left. And looks for damage, doesn't find it. Flash coming out. Matty off the closeout, finds one. Doesn't find more. Hellfire, Helix finding one each. Suddenly, player advantage. Syreangrep. Bomb to go down. Well, they do take the lead in this round. They do need to close it out. They do need to close it out. It's easier said than done sometimes. Utility being used well. That's Wayward down. Helix finds Simon. 9 on the board for Syreangrep. When they need it so most, they do manage to find a round. String opting to go for the MP9 instead of having one of the other guys dropping him a gun. Fair enough. Well, LFNO, they were able to build a bit of bank. Getting a good buy here, but after this, the fun is over. Utility once again is being used. Looks like mid is going to be taken here. Helix finds Wayward. Wayward playing really close, very solo. No trade potential. Gets picked off. LFNO won the first map, which was D-Nuke, 22-20. Oh, missed smoke from Synex. Might play a big role here. Matty, off the flank, finds Hellnex. Here comes the push. Counter molly. No smoke for that molly. A lot of damage being dealt out to both sides. Aim. Close angle. Finds string. That was only the MP9 though. Also finding Maddie. Well, all of a sudden, LFNO forced to do a bit of a save here. Saving an AK and an M4. Syreangrep, they're going to be happy with that. Reaching double digits. At this point, they know as well. LFNO, they're going to be low on cash. They are indeed. Maddie can buy up, but the rest can't. Ans could arguably drop over a M4 and Simon with a FAMAS, which I think would be the choice here. That being said, though, utility is going to be in an all-time low. Actually, Ants and Simon managed to pick up quite a bit of utility. Wayward and Maddie as well with the smoke and the molly. Actually, pretty decent buy, one would say. Amount of control being established here from Syra. Apps really not contested, but not really taken. Alex in the process of turning that out. Matty finds some damage onto Equa. Nothing too major. Makes it a one-shot in the head, I suppose. Alex finding Wayward again. Wayward being one of those solid players this first map, and also at the early start to this game, but now dying twice in the same position, the second time even being prepared for it, still losing the aim duel. And Simon, they can hear the reload. Simon gets flashed in. Alex gets taken down. All of a sudden, it flips. 4-4. Still a bit of a... Here comes the execute once again towards B here. Double smoke, molly comes out. Flash comes out. Counter molly is there. Hellfire finding the first frag. Still a guy left in the ruins. They would know this. Here comes the spray. Doesn't find its target. 4v3. Full retake now from LFNO. Cynics with the AWP here. Can he find anything? So far, no. Playing double dark. Simon with the flash. Here comes the push. Cynics finding one. Ant's finding one. Ant's finding a second. Ant's eventually finding the third. Expecting Hellfire in this angle. But Hellfire still wins the duel, and Syreangrep, they need to win that fight. 11-11 looked dicey for a second there. Well, LFMO, yeah. That would have been easy to call them. LFNO. Well, they do lose that retake. Syreangrep tying it up 11-11. Full buy here. Cynics even coasting in with a bit of a Mac 10. Only player with a Kevlar is Simon. And that's without Heavy Kevlar, so that Mac 10 might come into fruition here, doing a lot of damage. So far, though. 3 players stacked towards B. Cynics not flash, finds one. String trades him out. With low tier guns, I think they're going to be happy with that trade. Evolving into a slow round once again. Equa very low in HP. Cat Hellfire as well. Not well. Equa at least. All 3 of them in a 1-tap potential for P250 headshots. So important level to be at, I suppose. Hellnick's only healthy player. That's the Supernova skin. It's been a while since I've seen that. I used to have that back in the day. I think that's the Supernova skin. Wayward finding damage, finding Hellix. Hellix, the only healthy player left, goes down. And again, we're seeing this unfurl. Equa not finding it. Simon finding the frag. Aim, Hellfire finding one each. 2v2. But look at the health. Hellfire on 2. Cat on 13. Oh man. Hellfire playing this close angle. With these low HPs, I would have expected them to play any off angles. Try and, I don't know, catch them off guard or something. because it's only basically a breath and you're dead. Aim with both info. Swings wide, doesn't find anything. Hellfire finds the first. Looks for the second. Bomb is being tapped. It's actually being defused. Hellfire not finding him. Stabs one, stabs twice, finds him. 12! 12 on the board. Hellfire will go. Oh, he actually survives. Ah, it's a brink of a second. They do win that round, but that round gets awfully dicey for the lack of investment here for LFNO. It is nevertheless 12 on the board. We're going to be seeing a full buy from both sides here. Cynic's back on the AWP. Quick play. Hellfire. Looks for the first. Doesn't find it, but gets traded out neatly. Player advantage towards the terrorist side here. B very much under siege. Bomb to go down. Syreangrep once again utilizing that speed. That's what they did in the later stages towards Nuke. Trying to use the speed to their advantage. Working out as well. Equa losing the spray down. Wayward finding that frag. At the same time, aim though. Managing to trade him out neatly. And the save has been called. And Simon going to be tucking tail running. 13 on the board for Syreangrep. They're going to be happy with that. So in with the AWP and 2 rifles as well. I don't think anyone's complaining. On the board indeed. We do see the buy coming out here again though from LFNO. It's going to be a good buy. Pretty much full on utilities as well. Syreangrep once again. Slower, more paced strategy now. Not doing anything rash. Very little map control being established so far. They do have fundamental banana control. They don't have the top sector of it though. And apartments is being played deep here by a string. So, well, if they do decide to check apartments solo, which they have been doing, that's risky. So far, though, the rotation looks like to be a double take. Helix needs to wait, though. Or he doesn't wait at all. He just goes for the fight. Does do damage. Doesn't find the kill, though. Counter utility to come out. LFNO. They have restacked 3 towards the A-bomb side. Syreangrep, they're falling back. They're already forced out 1 defensive smoke on the B side. Synex being taken down. Very much aligned with that all. Bit of a solo idea. Not sure if that was the smartest. And this time, Matty looks for 1, finds 1, looks for the second, finds the second. And this push is being quenched. Simon finding 1, finding 2, and that is 12 on the board for LFNO. Well, Syreangrep, what was working for them, the speed, the playing together and trading, well, they decide to not do any of it, and they lose a round. 13-12 though, they're still in the lead. Should have a quite decent buy here. Only 1 Galil, but full utilities pretty much. CT side looking very much the same. Again though, opting to split out. That's fine just for the default. It's all about taking later that they need to be together with. Matty finds Equa. Equa walking into those bullets. Hellfire falling String, aggressive position in naps, finding Hellfire. All of a sudden, the round falling apart. Hellneck's finding the frag, though. They need to find more. They do. Aim finds the cross. At this point, 3v3. But they're not going for it. They're just lurking. Simon sees that arm. Cynics finds the kill, though. But Simon finds the trade of that information. Flash to come out. Simon knows this. Finds the frag on Hellnex. It's all about aim. It's all about aim. A bomb to go. Actually, just be fake. Should be going down eventually. LFNO. Been happy to give these plants of 8 earlier. Just play the retake. Simon, are you expecting the aggression? Not really. Molly goes out. So does your life. Aim finds the second. 14 on the board for Syreangrep. Aim with a good clutch. They're finding 2 frags. Simon being caught out with a Molotov in his hand. Working out in their advantage here. 14 on the board once again. Well, that being said, we're going to see another full buy. And this is a full buy that Syreangrep, well, they don't have the guns for it. The question is, what are they going to do with the MAC-10s? Because just sending them on roaming missions, that won't work. LFNO, full buy. They have the better buy out of the 2. Aggression towards apps. Alex actually finding a frag. Dropping to the pit. Finding an M4 for his name as well. Equa off of the short. Goes massively aggressive. Not really doing anything, but look at the rotations being pulled. Syreangrep, though, not making the right call here. They're going towards the rotations instead of away from them. B should be wide open, but it doesn't matter. Hellneck's off the flank, finding another frag. That's 2 to his name. Simon has the full info. Should be getting the refrag eventually. At least does a lot of damage. Here comes the nade. Kobe doesn't find the frag eventually. Bomb to go down. 5 players alive. Hellneck's low. Simon low. That might be a kill. It is indeed a kill. Aim with a bit of a Kobe of his own. All being picked up. Tail between the legs. Off they go to B-bomb site. Syreangrep going to be looking for the 15th round on the board. And going to be now hunting that also elusive match point. Important to note here that LFNO, well, they're going to have that up. They're going to have that M4, but they're not going to have a massively great buy in the next round. They know this. So Syreangrep, they're hunting. Only with a MAC-10 granted, but Equa does get taken down. Not hunting any further. 15 to 12. Potential match point Syreangrep. Up, M4, M4, MP9, and M4. Oh, it's not a bad buy by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually a pretty decent buy here coming out for LFNO. Syreangrep, though. They have 3 potential match points here. It's all about finding at least one of them. Aggressive B take here. Wayward finding a double. 3 peaks. Doesn't find a frag. Simon lets him pass. Finds 1, finds 2. Halnex finding 2 to his name, but is low. So Syreangrep, they go for a gamble push. LFNO, they go for a gamble stack. They meet Chaos and Zooms, and well, I gotta say, Syreangrep taking the west end of that beating. Without a buy here, or without a bomb here, Syreangrep might be looking for an eco after this. String, he is gonna be ready for this, isn't he? Or at least containing him well. Halnex. String just swings out. That is the frag. $15 to 13. Syreangrep here with only pistols, a couple of SMGs. It's going to come down to that 15-14 once again. Unless Syreangrep has something special planned. Again, LFNO Stacking B, 3 players initially, going for the fight. Here comes the pistol. 1-for-1 trade so far. Simon finds 2 actually. Hellfire into finding 1. The push continues. And the push stops at Matty. Here it is. 15-14. Full by both teams. We've been here before earlier today, about an hour ago. It is a full buy once again from both teams. Match point Aqua only with a Mach 10. This time it's not a B push. And this is one of those cases where it could have potentially worked. Wayward finds that also important frag. Wayward finding a second one. Finds the third one through the smoke. Aim finds the trade. Nope, no gather for you. This game is dragging on. It is indeed dragging on. I do think this is leading to overtime the way it's going so far. Aim, Synex. The dream duo, but they do need to make a bit of an upset here should they win this round. Flash down bottom mid. Trying to fake them. So far not working out. Simon, he has this cross. Synex finds the kill. Aim tried to go out, retrade as an unexpected peek. Doesn't work out. All of a sudden, Synex is alone, 5 HP. 20 on the clock. I think this is looking like overtime. And there we go. Anne's picking up the 15th round here for LFNO. And all of a sudden, well, we're back to the overtime territory. It's not often you see 2 overtimes. Or overtimes of 2 separate maps in a BO2. Again, I mentioned it in the previous match. These teams appear to be very, very closely matched. We are going to be going straight in, it sounds. Ebot sounds to be counting down. Straight in to the first half of the OT. Wayward, again, leading his team so far so well. Aim. Well, he's making his best effort. Full buy. Aqua onto the AWP. I feel whenever Aqua brings out the AWP, it's a bit of a frustration move. Not saying he's not good with the AWP, because he is, but I don't think he's the main AWPer of that lineup. Flash to come out. So far, kind of harmless. Wayward, he's going to go for a peek here though. Finds a frag. Can he get the trade? No, but he finds Synex. Eventually, the trade comes down. 2 for 2. Stuff being written in chat. Nice shot. Well, at least there's good spirits in between the teams. That's nice to see. It does look like A might be the eventual end to this round. They have taken their sweet time. Rotations have made it. Alex leading the charge. Alex finding 1. Hellfire finding 1, but at the same time, all traded out. Plan to go down, but Hellfire only got 2 HP. He does have a smoke. At this point, I do find it strange that he plays close sight with this low amount of HP, but he has made his bed, so now he needs to sleep in it. Matty finds him eventually through the corner of the box. That is what you risk when you're playing that close with low HP. 16 on the board for LFNO. A round that looked very good for a long period of time for Syreangrep. It's easy enough to commentate what would have been the best play or arguably the best play when you're watching or casting a game. It's a different ball game when you're actually playing it. A lot of app presence. Oh, they're close. King finds one, but Aim finds the trade. Wayward off the flank. Get some help. Finds one each. All of a sudden, only 2 players remaining for Syreangrep. Granted, they do have Pit, but at what cost? Cynics fails to smoke. Flash to come out. Simon looks for the frag. Finds the frag at the same time Wayward finds his. 17 on the board for LFNO. And it seems like it's just ripping at the seams here for Syreangrep. It's not going the way they wanted it to.
Goes E.
That is voices. I forgot those are still enabled. There we go. It is 17 though. They're going to be chasing that 18. Syreangrep, they at least need to get 1 round hit on this side of things. Kind of weird to watch because right now it appears that Syreangrep is just throwing everything to the wind, just going for random gamble plays. Another 10 out of 10 smoke right there. Without knowing it, that might actually just help them because it might extinguish the molly that Cynics is about to throw out, depending on the timing. Comes to utility, smoke to be, or molly to be smoked out. 2 frags in the way of Syreangrep. 4v3. One of these, one of these they can't lose. They can't afford to lose this. They have the player lead. Bomb to go down. Not a lot of utility here. String has smoke that's just been used. And a flash onto Wayward also being used. No utility for the retake here. It all comes down to execution. 1-1. Ans finds the extra. Ans also blocking, but somewhat working out. Hellfire. It's only a tap. They're not holding block. Hellfire off the angle though. Finds one. Tap, build the bomb again. Aim finds the frag. 16. But they do take 1 round on the T side. We're going to be seeing a switch of the sides. Second half to this overtime. 2-1 towards the CT. That tends to lead towards another overtime. Time will show. Time will show. Or time will tell. Either one. We'll see. Three-hour cast for a BO2. Not your regular Tuesday. Well, there's no shock that it's a full buy to both sides. And this is the first round. Double up here. Expensive setup from the CTs. Wayward solo clearing out with the AWP. Not something you see often. Slow around here for LFNO. Man. Getting tired and all these acronyms doesn't work well. Counter utility being used. So far, not finding a lot. A bit of a friendly love tap there, straight to his face. Love to see it. More utility being traded out. Aim. Finds the frag onto Simon. Player advantage. Syreangrep. 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb seems to be moving in the way of B site. And they do need to make a decision right about now. There's still a molly here onto Synex. Is there any way they can extinguish that? Yes, they do have smokes for extinguishing it. Alex finding Wayward. That should be the clue. That B is the take. Here it comes. Hellfire. Finds one. Synex finds one. It's only Ants left. Synex finds him. 17 to 17. Tying it up. Wayward back to 0. Money. No ult for him this time around. Unless Simon wants to buy one and toss it over. Appears not. Well, the double op survives on the CT side. At this point, even the stamina of the players is going to have an effect. 2 long games. Well, it all comes down to mental agility at this point. Aim finding that frag. Does he get traded? He tries to run. Does manage to get away. Does take a bit of damage, but does survive. 1-to-1 trade. Favors T-side. Said that so many times today. B-side. Ripe for the taking. Counter smoke to come out. Might slow it down just a bit. Lineups are being done. Contact smoke. This is the go ahead. And they're opting for a retake B, it appears like. Hellfire finding Maddie. At the same time though, Simon finding Hellfire. Anne's pushing, finding Synex. Leaving the B bomb side open. Well, that seemed to have cost them. Giving it up over as well as the bomb site itself. And now in a 2v3 position. It's not great for anyone. Time is running out. Now at this point, I don't see this ending well. Ants getting a bit too trigger happy there. Looks like Syreangrep just gonna hold for the exits. Alex finding one. There we go. All terrorists do get their guns cleaned out. But it doesn't matter, because this is the last round of the half. They're going to be having a full buy. The only thing you can say here is that they lost the AWP. So somewhat worth it, I suppose. Double up once again here on Syreangrep. Full buy, 17 to 18. Slower around. Utility being traded out. Nothing too important so far. Synex made the mistake of leaving the site last round. Not making the same mistake now. App's being cleared as well. LFNO taking some map control here. Counter nade. Does 50 points of damage. Counter molly coming out as well. Generally speaking, a lot of utility being used from either side. Minute into the round. A bomb to be retrieved. Wayward. Short. Does get shot by Hellnex. Counter smoke coming out. Synex sees the body. Doesn't hit. Nade to come out. Hellfire close. Finds one. Looks for the second. Finds the second. Looks for the third. Doesn't find him. Counter molly coming out at this point. Synex finding the third though. And solo player. 1v5. I think that's too much of an ask. Tries to go for it. 15 seconds on the clock. Looking for the finishing of the game, but Aim says no, let's have another overtime. And Mikoleda, I'm sorry, my friend, but your gather will have to wait even further as we move into the second overtime of the second map. My god, what is this match? I am never getting to bed. Again! It happened again! Oh well. Syreangrep, desperately, they want that 1 point. And even more importantly, they want to deny that victory from LFNO. Denying them the 3 points. Hey, the octopus is back. This time around, opting not to go for the double AWP. Aim has had enough of it. Realizing that maybe the M4 is his poison. Straight. He's just running a banana. Gotta say, both teams very calm and collected about all this. And the fact that we've gone into double overtime. I think the further and further we go at this point, all the veteran players are gonna start to, well, show up. Because again, the mental agility and just the fact that you need to stay somewhat focused for a while. String. Hellfire 21. String is still in pool though, being taken down. At the same time, Wayward has opened the site. 34 HP to his name. Bomb have been retaken here. A is the end goal. Equa turns. That costs him that. Hellfire crossing the smoke straight into Wayward. Ant's also going down. Simon all by himself. With a bomb granted. Bomb to go down. A 1v3 retake. Should be easy. Should be just something you need to get done. Simon finding the first. Making it a bit more dicey, but Aim off the side. Bit of a rough spray, but he makes it work. 19 on the board for Syreangrep. I am not going to have a voice tomorrow. I can already feel it. Alright. I don't know how people who like do casting or do any like talking for a long period of time, how they just manage to keep their voices. I just lose mine. It's really annoying. That being said though, Maddie with the Mac 10. 4 AKs to the T side. Kobe! Utility being shown, but this is a very quick B push. Hellfire pulls away the M4. Finds one. Finds a spray down. Looks for the second. Doesn't find him. All of a sudden, Cynics. So much alone. He finds one in the molly. He's going to be swinging. Does he expect the guy to pull? The molly goes out. Cynics finds him before going down. Aim off the side. Finds one as well. Simon, 3 HP and pull. 1v3 once again. Simon not in a very good position right here. Does have the bomb. That's the only thing he has going for him. Molly to go out. Smoke to go out. Can he even get a bomb point at this point? A bomb plant at this point? No, he can't. Hell next. Whiff next. Clutch next. Whatever you want to call him. Comes off the side. 20 on the scoreboard here for Syreangrep. Not only do we have double digits, but we have double digits that has passed 20. On the board. They're going to be looking to get that 21 at that point. It's only one away from the match point. Tying it 1-1. So far though, LFNO been able to deny them at any point. I'm getting certain flashbacks to Nuke at this point. Slower take. Here comes the push towards Aim finding one. Looks for the second, doesn't find him. String finds the trade. Hell next. You've just been called Whiff next. I think it's time. You need to show what you're made of at this point. But the slow... I mean, the push grinds. It just... grinds to a halt. Here comes the push. Hellnex finding one. Equa trading. Maddie finding Hellnex. Well, it's only good for one. Syreangrep, they wanted that 21. They wanted that comfort of knowing that overtime was secured once again, and they only needed to get that 1 point. But so far, it's being eluded. Hellfire. Utility to come out. Anne's finding the first frag. Cynics with the orb. Getting shot from multiple angles. 20-19. Another 2-1 to the CTs. I said it earlier. 2-1 CT. Has the greatest likelihood of being another overtime. Cat and Wayward, or Aim and Wayward, respectively, pulling their teams by their bootstraps. There we go. This time around, Aim up with the AWP. Maybe feeling it. The AWP has gone from Cynics to Equid to Aim. The scary part about it is the fact that Aim has been somewhat, I wouldn't say carrying, but definitely leading up here towards the Syreangrep team. And, well, if he doesn't hit as well with the AWP as he does with the rifle, that's going to be a problem. Damage being exchanged. Nothing too major. Hellfire. Oh, Hellfire takes a lot of damage, both from bullets and a nade. Cynics finds Maddie. At this point, number advantage. It might be equalized very quickly. It is. Simon finds Cynics. A looks to be the target here. 3-3. It's all going to come down to Wayward again. The strong player. Pit has been sacrificed for this. The question is, does Syreangrep expect him to be caught with an AWP? They don't. They don't clear it. They don't clear it at all. He is just sat there. Has he waited too long? He finds a frag, but gets traded immediately. Equa doesn't find the frag, but Aim does. And Aim doesn't have any... He doesn't care. He doesn't want the bomb. He just goes for it. Bam goes to Dynamite. Aim, carrying his team, puts 21 on the ball for Syreangrep. What a deagle shot. And the crowd goes wild. Syreangrep finally on that 21. Looking for the 22. That is all that matters at this point. Hellfire. Aggressive towards Banana. Maddie. Banana has been left. Cynics. He's hearing both steps. He does take a nade to his face for it, but the steps have been heard. 4v4. Advantage Syreangrep. They are on 21. Setting up for an A hit. Is this the round where we see 22? Here comes the push. Hellfire to be second in charge, leading the drop down though. Cat finding the frag onto string. Hellfire going for the bomb plant. 4v3. Bomb has gone down. 22 looking as likely as it ever has looked. Carry utility goes down. Smoke. Everything so far going in the way of Syreangrep. But this is, they still need to hit the shot. It isn't over until it's over. Cat off the side, sharpening his claws, goes for the peek. Looks for the frag, finds the frag. Cynics finds the frag as well. At this point, all up to Simon. Simon very much alone, looks for one frag. Doesn't find the spray down. Cat takes him. 22 on the board. Syreangrep ties up the series 1-1. Oh my god, we're done. I can go eat. Alright. What a match. Two magnificent teams playing very well. I want to thank you all for watching. Good game. Well played to both teams. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the weekend. Or week, not weekend. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired. Thank you guys so much. Till next time, do take care.